When your man looks at you, tell me does he really see you? The way I see you, girl, I swear I feel you. Trust me, I understand it, babe, all the pain that you've been through. They don't see it like I see you, shawty, 'cause I see the real you.
What is up, guys? Welcome to another podcast episode of Sports News with Esco. I'm your host, Nicholas Escobar, and today my special guest, a really good best friend of mine for a long time, Zach Sutphin. Zach, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Nicholas. I'm honored.
Yeah, no problem. So, guys, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about NFL free agency that went on this week, and we're also going to do some NFL mock draft predictions because, as you know, we are 1 month away from the NFL draft, but we need to make some mock draft predictions on which college player is going to go to which team. All right, so now here we go. So, this week, as you know, as a Chicago Bears fan, the Chicago Bears have signed from the Los Angeles Rams interior offensive lineman Jonah Jackson on an exchange for a 2025 sixth-round pick, but they say that the process won't be until March 12th. So what do you think, Zach?
I think, so they traded what? It was a 6th or 7th round pick, right?
Yeah, something like that.
So, yeah, they traded. I'm not the biggest fan of Jonah Jackson, but it's probably better than what you had. But Joe Thuney is a very good pickup. I am a believer in Joe Thuney is a good pickup. He's 32 years old now, but I still think he's got a couple good years left in him.
Yeah. I mean, the future of Caleb Williams is coming, man. Let's not forget about that. I mean, Caleb is wanting to get more guys to help him on offense, but the future of Caleb is going to come, man. It's, it takes time. It takes, confidence. It takes time for Caleb to just, get some help. And that's what Ryan Poles and Kevin Warren are trying to do right now is you got to sign more offensive linemen in order to help Caleb up.
Yeah, we saw it with the Eagles, man. And the Chiefs, they have probably the best quarterback of all time, but it doesn't matter if you can't have a good O-line. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. It does not matter at all. You still have to draft more offensive linemen to help your star quarterback out.
Yep.
And another thing the Chicago Bears did this week is they signed All-Pro guard Joe Thuney from the Kansas City Chiefs in exchange for a 2026 fourth-round pick to help Caleb Williams. And I can tell you one thing, this is a big win for the Bears because when they signed Joe Thuney, I mean, look at his stats. He allowed 0 sacks in his career when he protected Patrick Mahomes. Could he do the same thing for Caleb Williams? I mean, possibly, my guess, he probably could. He's a good offensive lineman. I mean, what do you think?
Like I said, yeah, I like the Thuney pickup. I think it's worth a fourth-round pick, especially if you have a good amount of draft capital. I think he's worth a fourth-round pick. And I don't understand, though. I think it's good for the Bears. I'm not sure what the Chiefs are doing, man. Like, they just had the worst showing ever in the Super Bowl with a terrible O-line, and then they're going to get rid of one of their better O-linemen. Not sure what they're doing, but, hey, it's good for the Bears.
Yeah, good for the Bears, man. I mean, I'm just hoping they can do is draft Will Campbell. He's the guy out of LSU, star, offensive lineman. The Bears need to go get him. Okay.
Yeah.
Ashton Jeanty, as a running back, he can go to either, the Giants or he can go to another team. But we want Will Campbell. I know Will Campbell can be our guy. Offensive lineman out of LSU. He can be the guy because the Bears got the 10th pick. And I believe Will Campbell has got the best experience out of LSU as a offensive lineman. The Bears could use him. The Bears could definitely draft him. And I know for a fact Ben Johnson would love him on the team.
Yeah, I think that's your best bet, but I think Ben Johnson's going to draft Jeanty, bro.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe Will Campbell goes somewhere else. If the Bears draft Jeanty and they don't draft Will Campbell, where does Will Campbell end up, do you think?
Well, but Will Campbell might get taken off the board before pick 10, bro. He might go between 6 and 9.
Yeah.
But if he's there, I think you guys should take him at 10 for sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's what a lot of Bears fans want, but who knows? Some Bears fans are voting on Ashton Jeanty and some are voting on Will Campbell. Who knows what's going to happen during this draft? So we'll have to see what happens.
We'll have to see, sir.
Yeah,
we'll have to see for Monday. It's free agency.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. Well, we'll just have to see what's going to go on. I mean, I'm looking for the Bears to sign some defense. I mean, give me Josh Sweat, bro. Guy, he's an edge from, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles just won a Super Bowl. I think if the Bears sign, a guy like Josh Sweat, I mean, the defense can look great, man. It's like you got Montez Sweat, you've got, Jalen Johnson, Jaquan Brisker, Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards. Sign a guy like Josh Sweat, the defense is going to look scary for the Bears next season.
The
Josh
more
Sweat has,
sweatier, the better, right?
yeah, the more sweatier, the better. I mean, it's like, that's I mean, you got two sweat guys on the team, and the Bears defense is going to look scary if we sign Josh Sweat.
Scary.
Yeah, and I no, and I'm looking at other NFL free agency right now. Chris Godwin, wide receiver. Where do you think he's going to end up going to?
Oh, that's a good. He's a little bit older. I always like to think after receivers get paid, this is for most positions, they want to go to a contender. So I could see Chris Godwin going to the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. Okay. I could see him. Let's see. What are the teams? I can see him going to the New York Jets, possibly, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, who knows? I mean, the Buffalo Bills
Yeah.
might want him on a 2-year contract, and Josh Allen has another wide receiver on the team. I mean, for Chris Godwin though, he'd be a backup.
On the Bills? No, he wouldn't.
I mean, they got another wide receiver. I mean, what's going to happen with the other wide receiver? I mean, do you remember when they extended his contract? I'm
Who,
talking
Shakir?
about
Khalil
Khalil
Shakir?
Shakir. Yeah,
Yeah,
talking about Khalil Shakir.
Khalil Shakir is more of a slot guy. So it'd be Coleman, and if Coleman's the rookie they drafted last year, and then uh, they could have Godwin on the outside with those two, and then Shakir on the inside. Because usually you have 2 or 3 receivers out at a time.
Yeah. To see, I love Khalil Shakir's game, but I mean,
Me
if
too.
the Bills are going to sign Chris Godwin, I mean, I don't know if Khalil Shakir is going to be wide receiver number 2 next season. I mean, we'll have to see and find out what happens.
I could see Godwin also going to the Rams because I think the Rams are going to release Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, yeah, I think he'll go to the Rams too, and I think Cooper Cup. I think he goes to either the Buffalo Bills or he can go to the New York Giants. Whatever team is interested on him, they're going to pay him that money. But if I had to pick one team, I think the Buffalo Bills sign him. They're going to pay him a multi-million-dollar contract. I mean, the Bills are going to pay him more money no matter what if they
I,
sign
I
Cooper
think
Cup.
I think Cooper Cup's going to go to the Chargers.
Yeah, I mean, it's like another LA team, but it's just the Chargers. I mean, who knows what happens? So we'll have to
Yeah,
see.
yeah. It's because he won't even have to move houses, then he can just stay where he's at.
Yeah, he's probably got a nice house in LA. I mean, he probably doesn't want to sell that mansion.
Yeah.
So the next one we got is from the Detroit Lions, who's a free agent, cornerback Carlton Davis. What do you think about Carlton Davis? Where do you think he ends up in?
I like Carlton Davis's game, and so as a Vikings fan, I'm actually hoping the Vikings are in on Carlton Davis because I don't think they're going to retain Byron Murphy Jr. He's going to be too much money, so I hope they're in on Carlton Davis. So I hope he goes to the Vikings, but I could also see him going to. Trying to think of other teams that need a corner. Who do you see him going to?
Well, I mean, probably the Jets. I mean, the Jets need to, build their defense more. Their Jets defense from the last 2 seasons has not been great. They could sign a quarterback like Carlton Davis. I see him going to the New York Jets. The Jets need to build up their defense.
Yeah, I could see that too. Or I could see him going to like the Niners, the 49ers.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, you got Nick Bosa and other guys. I mean, Carlton Davis can be a good sign-in to the 49ers.
Yeah, that'd be good for them.
Yeah, it would be good for them. Okay, another guy we got, a cornerback out of the San Francisco 49ers, who's also a free agent, Charvarius Ward. Where do you think he ends up? I mean, the dude's 29 years old. He's a free agent cornerback out of the 49ers. Where do you think he ends up to?
Travarius Ward is a good player. I think there's a chance he ends up in Detroit, Los Angeles for the Rams, or maybe even Green Bay.
Yeah. My pick on that, I'm gonna say Green Bay. I think he goes
Yeah,
to Green Bay.
He's a good player too.
Yeah, he's a good one. The other one is from the New York Jets, cornerback DJ Reed. And I know the Jets defense has been struggling a lot for the last 2 seasons. What do you think DJ Reed ends up to? I mean, he's 28 years old. He's the number 2 cornerback. Where do you think? I mean, he's a free agent though. Where do you think he goes out of the Jets?
Just like Carlton Davis, I hope the Vikings are in on DJ Reed. I think DJ Reed's a good player. He's very feisty. He likes to talk a lot of crap, and I like that. And in the receivers' heads. But I could also see him going to the Steelers, or I could see him also going to want to play in Cincinnati, be with a contender.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, Cincinnati, or maybe he should go to the LA Rams, man. I mean, he'll get paid more money in Los Angeles than Cincinnati.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. Now, this is a big one right here. Devontae Adams. I know they're making Devontae Adams as a free agent for wide receiver. Now, do you think he can go back to the Packers, or will he go back to the Raiders? Because the Raiders signed Geno Smith as their new quarterback. As their new quarterback. Do you think Devontae Adams is going back to the Packers or the Raiders?
I think neither.
Okay. Why do
But
you think neither?
I think there's a better chance for the Packers, but the Raiders, they just paid Crosby. They're about to give Geno Smith a new extension, and I think they're going to want to be very active in free agent for like the O&D line. So I don't think they're going to give big money to a receiver. But I could see Devontae going to the Giants, the Chargers, or even the Cowboys.
Yeah. I would choose the Cowboys. I mean, the offense last year for the Cowboys was terrible. They could use new wide receivers. I mean, signing Devontae Adams, dude. The Cowboys can try to pay him big money, bro. I mean, it's like you put in Devontae Adams in the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
Devontae Adams with CeeDee Lamb would be a good receiver duo.
Yeah, it would be though. It would be a good receiver duo. I mean, the Cowboys would be fun next year. I mean, if he goes to Dallas, he can put up like probably 2 touchdowns per game. The city of Dallas will go crazy for Devontae Adams. Even Cowboys fans, the tickets will sell out when they sign Devontae Adams. It will go nuts.
And guess where he went to school for college? Fresno State.
Nice. Okay, moving on. So we got another wide receiver free agent, Amari Cooper from the Buffalo Bills. Now, I know the Bills lost in the AFC Championship game to the Kansas City Chiefs. I know they try their best, but where do you think Amari Cooper is going to end up? I know other teams are interested on him. Do you think Amari Cooper goes to another team?
I think they're going to try to re-sign him, but I could also see the Chargers trying to make a move for him, and or the Rams. I think the Rams and the Chargers are going to be big players for receivers in free agency.
Yeah, I could see that too. I mean, I would see him go to the Chargers, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know Justin is a big time Chargers fan. I mean, I don't know if he would agree or disagree on Amari Cooper going to the Chargers.
I think you'd like it. I think Mark Cooper's a good player.
Yeah, I think he is. I think if he goes to the Chargers, I mean, Jim Harbaugh's club will love, Amari Cooper. They're going to pay him more money than they did in the Buffalo Bills. I mean, the Bills pay him good money. Let's not forget. I mean, the Buffalo Bills pay these players good money. Yeah, and then Jared thinks on the comments that the Chargers need a wide receiver bad. Well, I think the Chargers can sign Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I think they're going to be in on Cooper, Godwin, and Devontae.
Yeah.
And
I
Cooper
mean,
Kupp, sorry. So all four of those are going to try and get one of them.
yeah. I mean, those are the good three. I mean, those guys are going to get paid more money when they sign them. Okay, the next one we have a corner is actually, excuse me, a center, Drew Dalman from the Las Vegas Raiders. Where do you think he ends up in? Because I know
Drew Dalman, isn't he from the I thought Drew Dalman's from the Falcons.
Yeah, oh, wait a sec. Yeah. Yeah, he's from the Falcons. Never mind. Yeah, he's from the Falcons. Drew Dalman. Where does Drew Dalman, center from the Falcons, end up in?
I think he's going to get re-signed, but if he doesn't get re-signed, I can see the Bears pushing for him, or I can see who else? Maybe like the Colts. Do the Colts need a center?
Yeah. I was thinking the other day that I know the NFL free agency is going to go on again next week. I think the Bears should sign Drew Dalman. He'd be a good center for Caleb Williams. I mean, It's like we got Joe Thuney and the other guy, but I think Drew Dahlman could be next.
Oh, I think the Packers are going to be on him too. I know the Packers center is a free agent.
Yeah. And I know Jared is saying in the comments that Dahlman will be a good fit, for the Bears, but I think he'll be expensive.
He
I
is going
mean,
to be really expensive.
yeah, he's going to be really expensive. I don't know what Ryan Poles is going to do with that money, so we'll have to see. Okay. And then we got Byron Murphy, cornerback from the Minnesota Vikings. Now, I know the Vikings might want to try to build their defense better and maybe trade some guys. Where do you think Byron Murphy's going to go to?
So I'm hoping he resigns, but I really don't think he's gonna. I think he's gonna go follow the money. I think he might end up in New York with the Giants, getting an absolute bag.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he'll get an absolute bag. I mean, the Giants need, good defensive players. I mean, they could use more cornerbacks if they want to. I think Byron Murphy can be a good interest for the New York Giants. So who knows? Who knows
Yeah,
what happens? And I see a lot of comments that someone's saying that Bears 100% better record than the Vikings next year. What do you have to say to that?
I no disrespect, but I've been hearing that for the past since 2018. So I'll see it. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next, we got is Dre Greenlaw, linebacker out of the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I know the 49ers last season kind of struggled. Where do you think he ends up?
Let me check what teams need a inside linebacker.
Mhm.
Oh, I can see Denver trying to go after him.
Yeah, Denver can be good. What about the Jets? Do you think the Jets would kind of sign him?
I can see the Jets trying to sign him too.
Yeah. I mean, I said the Jets because, like I said, the Jets need to build their defense, bro.
Yeah. I can see
Okay.
the Patriots going after him too. Patriots got a
Yeah.
lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, Robert Kraft would love to spend it no matter what. I think the Patriots just need more defense, and I think that Robert Kraft's going to use that money. He'll go sign more defense. He will love to sign Dre Greenlaw. The Patriots defense just needs to build up.
Yeah. But I think the
Okay.
Patriots on the right path though.
Yeah, Patriots on the right path. You got Drake May, who's going to go in his second season, but we'll see. What the defense is going to be, but who knows? Okay, Justin Fields. I know he just signed with the Steelers like last season when he no like last season or 2 seasons ago when he left Chicago. Justin Fields is a free agent right now. And I know last season for the Steelers, Russell Wilson was the starting quarterback and Justin Fields was like number 2. Where do you think Justin Fields is going to do this offseason? I mean, can he go to another team or can the Steelers extend his contract?
Well, I think the Steelers are dark horses for Sam Darnold, but I think they're going to strike out because I think the Seahawks are going to end up getting Darnold. So I think that Justin Fields will re-sign with the Steelers.
Yeah, I think I would agree on that. I think he should stay with the Steelers, man. I mean, they should pay him another contract, bro. I don't think he should go to another team. Keep him in Pittsburgh. He can probably be a starter next season. But who knows? It's just like I think he should just stay, man. Put him as a starter. And then
Yeah, yeah.
Jared thinks that Justin Fields goes to the New York Giants. What do you think?
Uh, no, I think the Giants are going to bring in Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I have a feeling. I mean, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it's like I know the Jets are trying to trade away Aaron Rodgers, but he goes to the Giants. I mean, it's gonna be crazy, bro. From the Jets to the Giants. I know a lot of Giants fans would be kind of upset that if Aaron Rodgers signed with the Giants. I mean, who know? I mean, I would say Aaron Rodgers, bro. I think he should retire, bro. But if he signs with the
Agreed.
Giants, I know the New York Giants fans are gonna be so mad when they see that.
Why would they be mad? He's better than Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I mean, you got Tommy DeVito, who is like, he's not that of a star, but he's a kind of mid. But I mean, it's like, I mean, it would be nice if the Giants get someone else. But if they sign Aaron Rodgers, man, I don't know what's going to happen with the Giants next season. I mean, maybe they'd be good under Aaron Rodgers. Who knows? Or maybe they get someone else. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, I'm looking at what Jared said. I agree with you, Jared. I think the Giants, from the top down, are not the best, well-run organization. Like with letting Saquon go, so I could definitely see them panicking and bringing in Aaron Rodgers, and then just gets everyone fired next year. Just clean the house next year because I don't think Aaron Rodgers is all that anymore. I think he's a little over that age cliff.
Yeah. I mean, quarterback, since 2005, bro. I mean, it's 2025. He's in his 20 years in the NFL, bro. I mean, what is he going to do? Maybe he wants more money, or maybe he just wants to, go get traded to another team. I mean, who knows what Aaron Rodgers wants?
Yeah,
So,
who knows?
okay. I know the Chicago Bears are looking to bring back Khalil Mack, an edge from the Los Angeles Chargers. I mean, a lot of Bears fans are saying bring back Khalil Mack, but do you think that's going to happen? Because Jared's saying the Vikings. Khalil Mack goes to
No.
the Vikings.
The Vikings have 3 good edge rushers. They're not going to bring in any edge rushers, but I could see him going back to the Bears.
Yeah, I could see him going back to the Bears too. I mean, I went to some games in 2018 and 2019 when he was like the Bears edge player, on the defense, and he put up I would say like 3 or 4 sacks per game. But if they bring back Khalil Mack, he'd be a veteran defensive player, bro, like on the edge side. But who knows? I mean, the Bears will love to have him back. I mean, Bears fans will be happy to see Khalil Mack back on the defense. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
I think for the Bears, Khalil Mack is Plan B or Plan C. I think Josh Sweat's Plan A, and
yeah,
if they can't get Sweat, then they'll go down to like a Mack or something.
yeah, I would have to agree. I mean, Josh Sweat would be plan A. Well, the number one guy I want on plan A is definitely Josh Sweat. Plan B will be Khalil Mack. But if Khalil Mack does not go to the Bears and then the Bears sign Josh Sweat, I know you said he probably not the Vikings, but what other team do you think he goes to? I
I
mean,
could see him going. I could see him going to the Rams, pairing up with Jared Verse. I could see him going to the Bills. He's kind of in the latter half of his career, so I think he's going to go want to play for a team that has a chance to win a Super Bowl.
yeah, I would agree, man. I mean, he's got no rings right now. From the Raiders to the Bears to the Chargers, I mean, he probably wants another team that he can go win a ring.
Agreed.
Yeah. Okay. Safety Justin Reed from the Kansas City Chiefs. I know the Chiefs lost in the Super Bowl, but when it comes to safety, Justin Reed, I know the Chiefs defense was great last season, but they're looking to trade some guys away. Like Justin Reed, he's a free agent. Where does Justin Reed end up in? I mean, he's a safety.
I think he's going to resign, but I think Justin Reed's a damn good player. I think they know what they have, the Chiefs, with him, so I don't think they're going to let him walk. I think they're going to try and get him to resign.
Yeah, I would agree. Who knows when they try to get him to resign? I don't know what teams are going to be interested on him.
I think a lot of teams are going to be interested in him because he's a very good player, and he's not that old either.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean he is definitely not that old. He's still young. I mean if you go to another team that you want to try to get paid more money, but if you want to go win and you got other great teammates on offense and defense, I mean that could be your spot for you. And when it comes to a guy like Justin Reed, a safety, I mean he can go to another team if he wanted to. He can make new teammates. He can try to get good connections with new guys if he goes to a new team.
I could see the Dolphins being in on him if they lose Javon Holland.
Yeah. The Dolphins defense needs a lot of help, bro. I mean, it's like I think the Dolphins last season, which technically they did not make the playoffs, but the Dolphins need to build up better.
Yeah.
Their offense is good, but their defense needs a lot of help.
Hey, who's Cam Barner?
I don't know. I don't know who Cam Barner is, but
I hope the Vikes do not get Aaron Rodgers, bro.
yeah, I hope the Vikings do not. That would be the worst thing because I know J.J. McCarthy is going to be a starter next season for the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, you got to start the guy J.J. McCarthy, man. Guy went to, Nazareth Academy, Michigan. I mean, it's like you got I mean, you got to start J.J. McCarthy, bro. He deserves to play in the starting quarterback spot next season.
Well, you took him top 10 for a reason, right?
Exactly. I mean, don't say that you're going to bench him again next season because it's like you waste money for what? I mean, to bench a guy and not start him? No, you got to start him next season. no matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we got Nick Bolton, linebacker out of the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, there's three down
Stop.
linebackers that are hard to find, and Bolton rarely took a snap off as the leader of the Steven Spako's defense, like running the back position,
Magnola.
off-ball linebackers who can stay on the field could be recovering some market value. Now, I know Nick Bolton's a free agent linebacker from the Chiefs. Do you think the Chiefs should extend him, or should he get traded?
Well, they're not going to trade him, but I think that they should try to extend him. He's a big part of their defense. He's a good linebacker. I think.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot give up on the really good, defensive players on the Chiefs. It's like you got to sign some guys who have like more interceptions per game. It's like who got a really good defense. I mean, you don't deserve to trade those guys, but it's like Jared thinks that Bolton is young and then they should resign. I mean, what do you say to that?
I agree. I think Bolton's a good young player, and he's a big part of that defense for Spags.
Yeah, I mean, I would not trade him, bro. I mean, I like Bolton's defense. It's like you cannot give up on the good players on the defense for the Chiefs. If some players on the defense are not mid, you got to keep them. But if they're mid, I mean, you should trade them away no matter what.
Yeah, you don't want mid players, bro. You just want good players. That's the goal.
Exactly. Exactly. You don't want mid players. You just want good players.
You don't want mid anything.
No, exactly. Now we got is now I heard on the news that DK Metcalf is now a free agent for a wide
No,
receiver.
he just requested a trade.
He requested a trade. Yeah. Now with DK Metcalf requesting a trade, where do you think he goes to?
So if he actually gets traded, mark my words, I think the New England Patriots end up snagging him. But I read a report today that he said if the Seahawks do indeed bring in Sam Darnold, that he would actually prefer to stay in Seattle then. So he must have not liked Geno Smith.
Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, he can go to the Patriots, dude. I think the Patriots will love to take him. Spencer maybe saying, probably the Miami Dolphins, but they got Tyreek Hill, man. I mean, do they really need more wide receivers? I mean, I don't know. I don't think they need any more wide receivers.
Yeah, they have Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. And Tyreek Hill's so expensive already.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like, why would you want to trade Tyreek Hill for DK Metcalf? I mean, I would say to the Dolphins right now, just don't do it. Just keep Tyreek, keep Jalen Waddle. You got enough wide receivers that are so good for the team. DK Metcalf, I can say, to my opinion, he can either go to the New York Giants if they wanted him. He can go to the Patriots, or I mean, other teams, dude. I mean, I don't know if he would go to the Raiders, dude. I mean, you saying that he doesn't have good connection with Geno Smith, but he should go to the Patriots, dude.
I think the another dark horse that's going to be in on him is the Green Bay Packers are going to be definitely in on DK Metcalf.
Yeah, and a lot of people in the comments, like Cam, is saying that they think that DK can go to the Jaguars, which personally, I mean, the Jaguars can have a big money contract for him. I mean, he go play with Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I think Trevor Lawrence is overrated, but I think there's worse options.
Yeah, there is worse options. Now, right now we got Will Fries, the offensive guard from the Indianapolis Colts. Now I know the Colts last season, they're not as good and like they were a couple seasons ago. But what do you think about Will Fries, an offensive guard last season? Do you think he should get another extension contract, or what are the teams?
No, I hope he goes to the Minnesota Vikings, even though he's coming off a broken tibia.
Yeah. I mean, you're starting J.J. McCarthy. You need to put more offense for J.J. McCarthy. He's the future star for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yep, they have two good, really, really good tackles, but their interior offensive line is, as some might say, booty cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. You have to build around your star quarterback. Once you draft that guy, you need to build offense for him, no matter what.
Yeah, they have the weapons already, but they just need a better interior offensive line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would agree, man. It's the same thing with the Chicago Bears. They need to do the same for Caleb, and I think the Vikings can do the same thing for J.J. McCarthy.
Wow. Chicago kid, LaGrange.
Yeah, LaGrange, Nazareth Academy. Hey, one day he's going to be playing against the Bears in Soldier Field. He said, like a long time ago, what stadium would I want to play one day? Soldier Field.
No, he grew up a Bears fan.
Yep, that's why he grew up a Bears fan, man. And I think the city of Chicago, if the Vikings play the Bears next season
Well,
and
they
he's
will
starting,
twice.
yeah, he'll be playing there. I mean, he'll be playing twice against the Bears, but one time in Soldier Field. The fans in Chicago are going to be shocked when they see, J.J. McCarthy playing in Soldier Field. I mean, my friend Alex Carrillo was teammates with him back in Nazareth Academy. They won a state championship, but you know what? I have good passion for J.J. McCarthy. I think he can be a starter, and I have faith that he's going to have a good quarterback season. He didn't play the first season, but I know he can next season. He's going to do great. I have
Yeah.
faith in him.
I think the NFC North is going to be like it already was tough last year, but I think it's going to be continuously just getting harder and harder. Ow! I think down the line, I don't know if this ever happened in NFL history. We might see all four teams in the NFC North in the playoffs in the
Yeah,
next like 2 or 3 years.
yeah, I would agree, man. I mean, the Bears, the Vikings, the Lions, the Packers. Yeah, I could see that happening in the future, bro. I just hope it does. Now, I know that we got let's see, Cam Robinson, offensive tackle from the Minnesota Vikings. What do you think about Cam Robinson, since
I
last season?
I'm glad they traded for him when Darisaw got hurt, but Darisaw is going to be healthy. He got hurt in September or October, so he'll be fine by next September. But I think he was a good pickup, but I think he's going to get paid by someone like 15 mil a year. So I do not think he'll be back on the Vikings.
Yeah, no chance. Just put him in a new team. He'll do better off in another team. It's like the Vikings need new offense. That's what I can say. The Vikings, in order to help your future star quarterback like JJ McCarthy, you need to get new guys.
Well, they only really need offensive linemen, dude. They have really good receivers, tight ends. As long
Right.
as they bring back Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I mean Aaron Jones, man. I mean it's like he's a free agent right now, and I know that people saying yeah he might come back to the Packers, but I know you as a Vikings fan, you want him in another extension contract for big money.
Not for big money, but I'd like him back in Minnesota. But I seen if the Vikings can't sign Jones, they're going to be big players for Najee Harris.
Yeah, I mean Najee Harris. I mean who knows? I mean, maybe he goes there, or I don't know. I don't know what the Vikings front office is going to do this offseason, but we'll see. I mean, free agency, for NFL's like next week again, and
On
who knows what's
Monday,
going to. Yeah, on Monday, it's going to be crazy. Okay, now we've got the star tight end of the NFL, Evan Ingram from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I know he played in Jacksonville for a couple seasons. He played with Trevor Lawrence. He scored like 3 touchdowns per game. What do you think about Evan Ingram? I mean, do you think he's going to get another contract, or do you think, because I know he's a veteran tight end, do you think other teams would love a veteran tight end like Evan Ingram?
yeah, dude. I think I was very surprised when they released him. I think he's a good tight end, but I don't know. I'm trying to think. Who needs a tight end?
I mean,
Hmm.
the Bears got Cole Kmet
Yeah,
already. I
Cole
know that.
Kmet's good.
Yeah, I mean they traded away Jarrell Everett, but I don't know where Evan Ingram's going to go. Do you think he? Oh, I got it. Do you think he'll go to the Patriots?
No, they have Hunter Henry,
Okay.
and
What
they
about?
really like Hunter Henry. I could see him going to. I could see the Dolphins maybe trying to keep him in Florida. I don't think the Dolphins. Well, no, they have Johnny Smith.
Yeah, they have Johnny Smith. I mean, who knows if the Dolphins want him or no? I mean, if he signs with the Dolphins, bro, he'd probably be a veteran, backup, tight end, or he can be a starter.
I can see him actually going to sign with the Chiefs and pair it up with Kelsey because they run a lot of 2 and 3 tight end sets.
Yeah, I think if you sign a guy like Evan Engram to the Chiefs, I mean, him and Travis Kelsey will get along great. They would communicate with each other when it comes to the tight end positions. So, okay, Calais Campbell, defensive tackle out of the Miami Dolphins. Now, I know the Dolphins defense kind of struggled a little bit last year. What do you think about Calais Campbell's game as a defensive tackle?
Calais Campbell is a massive human being. He's like 6'8", 320 pounds. But I think he still I don't know how he's like 39 years old, but I think he still has some juice left in the tank. So I think he is going to go to the Philadelphia Eagles and be like
Ooh,
a third D tackle for them and try to
hey, I'll
win
tell
it.
you what. Eagles sign him, he'd probably go win a Super Bowl there. Because the top player of the Eagles right now is definitely Jalen Carter.
And Jordan Davis, so that he can just be the third guy, rotational guy, come in, get a
Yeah,
sack here and there.
I think Philly will love to see more defense. I mean, Calais Campbell, defensive tackle. I mean, he can go to the Eagles. He go win a Super Bowl there, just like what they did a couple weeks ago. If he signs with the Eagles, I mean, he'll love to. I mean, he's going to get paid big money, bro. I mean, Eagles pay these players. They pay the stars big money, dude. I'll tell you what, like what they did with Saquon and Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown. But when they signed Calais Campbell, I mean, they can sign for a 3-year contract if they wanted to, or a 4-year. Who knows?
That's actually a great point, dude. I don't understand how the Philadelphia Eagles have just like infinite money. They just sign everybody, dude. Like they re-signed Devonta Smith, AJ Brown, Saquon, Jalen Hurts, some offensive linemen. It's like they just pull money out of their butt cheeks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they do. They pull money out of their butt cheeks. I agree, man. But it's like if you spend way too much money on star defensive players, I mean, but if you got enough guys, you don't need to sign anymore. Because if your guys are healthy and if your guys, if you got enough stars on the defense, it's like you don't need anymore.
Yeah, they draft really well too, though. So they have a
Yeah,
very
they
good
do draft really well. I mean,
Howie
they got
Rose.
great owners.
Yeah,
Their
Howie
owners,
Roseman, the GM, is a very good GM.
yeah, I agree, man. Okay, we got is let's see, Josh Myers, center from the Green Bay Packers. Now, what do you think about Josh Myers, man? I don't know if other teams want more offense or if they need like a center, but where does Josh Myers end up?
I could see your Chicago Bears being a player for Josh Myers, sir.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we need more offense. I mean, if we sign another center, I mean, Josh Myers, he could be good. I mean, I don't know if Ryan Poles and Kevin Warren would use that money to sign Josh Myers, but they could if they want to. They got money right now. I don't know what contract they're going to pay him, but we'll have to see. I don't know how many years they're going to pay him. So, I mean, if he goes to the Bears, bro, I mean, I don't know how many sacks he's going to allow for Caleb to get sacked, but you know what? I think he's got to protect Caleb good. I mean, you got other guys that we signed for the offense, but if we sign Josh Myers, who knows? Hopefully he's good.
Yeah, I'm reading in the chat. Jack Jaskowiak, he said that I think they're going to be in for Dahlman. I disagree. I think they're going to go a little cheaper in the center just because Thuney is like 15 mil a year already, and then I think you guys are going to try and go after another tackle in the free agency too. So I think they might try to go after Dahlman, but I don't think they're going to end up getting him. I think Dahlman's going to get paid.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, what about Chase Young, defensive end? I know Chase Young, he's a free agent right now. Where do you think Chase Young ends up?
Chase Young or Young?
Chase Young, Young. Like he's a free agent right now.
Uh, uh, I'm not sure. I think he kind of just fell off the face of the earth. Like he was so good his first like 3 years in Washington, and then he's just been trash. So I don't know. I can see him going the Chiefs, the Bills, the Dolphins. Trying to think of teams that need DNs. I could see your Bears maybe giving him a little offer there.
Yeah, Ryan Poles would love to give him a good contract though, along with Kevin Warren. But
Remember him and Sweat were teammates in Washington.
exactly. So if he would reunite with Montez Sweat, and I think that when it comes to like Chase Young and Montez Sweat from Washington, but if he signs with the Bears, I mean Ryan Poles is going to give him a good money contract.
Good money contract, baby.
Yeah, I mean they're going to reunite as teammates. The defense is going to look good for the Bears. Bears fans would love to see Chase Young no matter what.
I think Sweat and even Mac would be a better option than him, though. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Now, I know I saw this, like, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. Joey Bosa, who's the brother of, who's the brother of Nick Bosa. I know he was playing in the Chargers for a couple seasons as an edge for the defense. Now I know Joey Bosa is a free agent now. They were trying to request a trade for him, but where do you think Joey Bosa ends up? Do you think other teams need more defense like Joey Bosa, or like who knows?
I think that he is going to take a pay cut and go play with his brother in San Francisco.
Hey, I could see that, bro. The Bosa brothers for the 49ers, Joey and Nick Bosa. I mean, the fans in the Bay Area will love to see that happen when they attend games and when they watch every single game, the Bosa brothers on defense.
Yep, I can. Yep, and then their family can go watch the games together.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, their families could go watch the games together. I mean, it's going to be crazy, man, when it comes to the Bosa brothers. If it happens in the 49ers, dude, it's going to be wild. It's going to be
It's gonna be
wild.
lit, bro.
But I think another team, I think he goes to the Jets because, like I said, the Jets need to build their defense, perfect. But I think another team he can go to, maybe the Dolphins. I don't know who the Dolphins are going to trade to get Joey Bosa, but, the Dolphins need good defense, and I think the Jets do. But if he's saying the 49ers, let's hopefully to see what happens. I mean, the NFL is going to go crazy when they see two Bosa brothers for the 49ers defense.
I can see that too, bro.
Okay, let's see here. Another free agent, Elijah Moore, wide receiver out of the Cleveland Browns. He's ranked
Mhm.
79 right now. Where do you think Elijah Moore goes to?
Raiders, Chargers, or I could see the Broncos too. Anyone in that division. I think he's going to end up in that. What is that? AFC West.
Yeah, AFC West. But honestly, bro, I would see him in a Broncos uniform.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they're going to try and surround. Um, what's his name? What's their quarterback's name? I keep forgetting his name.
It's
Bo
who's the
Nix.
quarterback? Yeah, Bo
I think
Nix. I had him on
they're
fantasy last season. He scored me a lot of big points.
yeah, because he runs a lot. I think they're going to surround Bo Nix with a lot of talent. I think Bo Nix is talented himself.
I mean, he had a good rookie season, man. I mean, Sean Payton, he's been a great head coach for the Broncos so far ever since when he left New Orleans. I mean, Sean Payton has given Bo Nix a lot of support. I mean, I could see him, wanting to get Elijah Moore, man. I mean, the Broncos front office will love to sign him.
Yeah, he's kind of like a third receiver. That'd be good for them.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I think that would be a good idea. Okay, we've got Keenan Allen. Now, I know last season for the Bears, he was not that good. He was like, I don't know why we signed Keenan Allen. He's a free agent wide receiver. He had a step slow with the Bears last season. But, where do you think Keenan Allen's going to go? I mean, you think he goes back to the Chargers or do you think he goes to other teams?
I think he goes to a different team than the Chargers. I think he goes. I think he's salty. The Chargers traded him, but I can see him in Seattle, or I can see him getting pissed and kind of trying to stick it to the Bears and going to play up in Green Bay.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, where do you think Bears fans are going to be like if Keenan Allen signs with the Packers and the Packers play the Bears next season? I mean, Bears fans are going to go crazy. They're really gonna go nuts. I'm telling you, they're gonna get so pissed off when they see that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, we've got here. Let's see, Daniel Jones, who's a free agent quarterback out of the. Let's see, didn't he? No, yeah, he signed with the Giants.
He's
He's
on
a
the
free.
Vikings.
Yeah, he's on the Vikings. Yeah, he's on the Vikings. What do you think about Daniel Jones? I know he's like a free agent right now when it comes to quarterback. Do you think other teams will love a quarterback? Because Daniel Jones is way too mid, bro. I don't know about it.
Yeah, I think he's a great backup. So I hope the Vikings retain him. But I think he actually has a market. So I think Danny Dimes, as Hunter says, might end up in Indianapolis competing with Anthony Richardson for that starting job.
Yeah, I would agree, man. I would definitely agree. But I mean, he could be a backup quarterback somewhere else. But like I said, I mean, he's really, really mid, man. And I don't know if they will put him as a starter because he's way too mid, bro. So
Yeah, but that's why I think he should stay with the Vikings and just do what Darnold did. Just really like what because Darnold, no one remembers last year. Darnold went to San Francisco and he just sat as a backup for a year and just learned and just learned. I think that's what Danny Dimes should do. He should just stay in Minnesota, learn from Kevin O'Connell, and then after next year go sign with the team. And I think he'll be better next year then.
Yeah, I think he could. What do you think about DeAndre Hopkins, who's another free agent? I know he was playing with the Chiefs. He was like their backup wide receiver, and I know he's an NFL veteran. Do you think DeAndre Hopkins is going to get another Chiefs contract, or DeAndre Hopkins goes to another team?
I think he's gonna go to another team because they just resigned what's his name, Hollywood Brown, and then they'll still have Worthy, and then they'll get who was the really good receiver that got hurt last year in the beginning of the
Isaiah
year?
Pacheco.
No, that's a running back.
Uh,
Something Rice, something Rice.
Rashid Rice?
Rashid Rice, yeah.
Yeah, Rashid Rice.
He's is it Rashid Rice?
I think it's Rashid Rice.
Whatever, something Rice, but Rice is really good, but he got
Yeah.
hurt last year. So
Yeah.
I think with Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy, and Rashid Rice, they'll be fine without Hopkins.
Yeah. Okay, and then we also have a free agent running back, Nick Chubb, out of the Cleveland Browns. So, what do you think about Nick Chubb? I know that last season, I mean, he's like 9-3, 4 in hands, but I mean, where do you think Nick Chubb's going to end up? I mean, he played a couple seasons with Cleveland. Do you think Nick Chubb is wanting to go to another team? I mean, do you think other teams need another running back?
Yeah, I think Nick Chubb's gonna leave.
Yeah, I think he's going to leave too. Where do you think he goes to? I mean, do you think the Jets could use another running back, or do you think the Giants can?
Yeah, but I mean both of them. Yeah, but I don't know. I could see him going to be like a two-headed backfield. So like going somewhere where they actually already have a running back, so he doesn't have to be the main focal point.
Yeah, I would agree. Okay, so we're done talking about the free agency. Now we're going to move on with NFL mock draft for top 10. Now, I know the NFL draft's next month. I know I did a video on mock draft predictions. So, first off, I'm going to read the top 10 teams that have the draft picks from 1 through 10, and then I'm going to let you go first to see which player goes to which team. Okay,
All right.
so so the number one pick is the Tennessee Titans. 2 is the Browns. 3 is the Giants. 4 is the Patriots, and Jaguars are number 5, and then Raiders are number 6. Jets are number 7, and then Panthers are number 8. Saints are number 9, and the Chicago Bears are number 10. Okay, now who do you think the Tennessee Titans can draft in the number one pick? Their biggest needs are quarterback, wide receiver, edge, offensive tackle, and safety. Who do you think the Titans can get?
I think the Titans are going to be in on a lot of quarterbacks in free agency, but I think they're going to strike out on all of them. So I think they're going to stay pat and take Cam Ward at number 1
From Miami.
from Miami. Yes, sir.
I mean, I would agree, man. I think Tennessee could use a new quarterback like Cam Ward. I mean, look what he did in Miami last season. The dude's so talented. I mean, you need guys, from the Hurricanes. I mean, the Miami Hurricanes got really good football players. They got good recruitments. It's like when it comes to, college football. But I think the Tennessee Titans can draft Cam Ward. I would agree.
Yep.
Okay, now for the Cleveland Browns, they're looking to get is either an edge, a quarterback, offensive tackle, wide receiver, or running back. Who do you think they could draft?
They're going that guy from Penn State, Abdul Carter, because I think they are going to end up trading Myles Garrett, so they're going to have to replace him.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, I think Abdul Carter can go to the Browns. But yeah, if they're going to get rid of Myles Garrett, go draft Abdul Carter, man. I mean, the defense for Cleveland will have a new future star edge. So, okay. Now, the New York Giants, their biggest needs are a quarterback, offensive tackle, offensive guard, cornerback, and safety. Who do you think the Giants can draft?
So I think I think they're going to be in on Aaron Rodgers. So if they can get Aaron Rodgers, I think they're going to want to draft a young quarterback to develop. So I think the Giants will go Shadur Sanders at number 3.
Hey, you're not wrong. I think the New York Giants can, try to, draft Shador Sanders. I mean, look at Shador Sanders. I mean, he's the son of Deion Sanders, but I think him as a quarterback last season, his year. I mean, think the 2 seasons in Colorado he had. I mean, he's a really good starting quarterback, and I think the New York Giants would have like him as a starting quarterback if they draft him, and then Tommy DeVito would be the number 2 quarterback.
Yeah, and yeah, I think so too. That Dayball's going to get fired next year, and then if they have Shadur Sanders, maybe Deion Sanders steps in as the head coach for the New York Giants with his son at quarterback.
Hey, you never know, man. Son and father. I mean, Shador Sanders one day can be the next Eli Manning.
Eli.
Okay, now the
He
New
kind of looks like
England.
Eli too.
Okay, now the New England Patriots. Their biggest needs are offensive tackle, wide receiver, edge, cornerback, and interior offensive lineman.
So I think it's between 2 players. It's either between Will Campbell or Travis Hunter, and I'm gonna say they go with Travis Hunter.
Hey, that's what I said, the last time, man. I think the Patriots can definitely draft a Heisman Trophy winner from this season in college football, Travis Hunter. I think Travis Hunter goes to the Patriots. The Patriots, I think Robert Kraft is wanting to draft Travis Hunter, man. I think go get Travis Hunter from Colorado.
Yep.
Robert Kraft is going to use that money. He's going to pay Travis Hunter a big, money contract. Patriots, along with Robert Kraft, if they draft Travis Hunter, he's going to get paid good money with the Patriots.
Well, yeah, but he doesn't have to get paid till he's in his 5th year.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, him as a rookie, I mean, he'd probably do good as a rookie. I mean,
Yeah,
the Patriots.
yeah.
I mean, Foxborough, Massachusetts. When the stadium there is Gillette Stadium, they're gonna go wild and chant Travis Hunter, Travis Hunter. Gillette Stadium's gonna go crazy if they draft.
They're gonna go cool.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now Jacksonville Jaguars. Their biggest needs are cornerback, safety, interior offensive lineman, wide receiver, and quarterback. Who do you think they draft?
They're gonna go big boy from Michigan, Mason Graham.
Yeah, I mean Mason Graham. I think they could sign him from Michigan. But you got Trevor Lawrence, but Mason Graham would be a backup.
No, Mason Graham is a defensive tackle.
Okay, then defensive tackle. So how do you think the Jaguars defense would be under Mason Graham for defensive tackle?
Well, I think they just need help all around, so I think that'd be good for them.
Yeah, I think it would be really good though. I would agree. Okay, let's see. Now we got the Las Vegas Raiders. Their biggest needs are quarterback, wide receiver, running back, cornerback, and defensive tackle. I mean, who do you think they can draft? I mean, when we talk about running backs, I mean Ashton Genty from Boise State, bro. I mean, I could see him going to the Raiders, man. What do you think?
I could see that, but I think that's still a little early for a running back. I think they're still undervalued. I think this is where Will Campbell might come off the board, sir.
Yeah, Will Campbell might go off the boards. Who knows? I mean, it's like you got Geno Smith. You've got. I mean, if they draft Ashton Genty, it'd be Geno Smith and Ashton Genty duo going on in Las Vegas. I mean, Pete Carroll, who's back in coaching now. Who knows? I mean, if he wants Ashton Genty, I mean, they could draft him. But I mean, like you said, Will Campbell. I mean, build the offense more. So for the Raiders, I think Geno Smith can, try to get some help, and I think Pete Carroll will love to see that type of talent. I mean, Tom Brady's the part owner of the Raiders. I mean, I don't know who he's willing to drop, but if I'm not mistaken, I would say for Tom Brady, he would love to draft Ashton Genty.
Yeah.
Okay, now the New York Jets. Their biggest needs are quarterback, defensive tackle, offensive tackle, safety, and cornerback.
Yeah, I think if the Jets miss out on what's his name? Will Campbell, I think they might go edge rusher here. Jalen Walker from Georgia.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
their head coach is a defensive-minded guy. I think they're going to take a defender in the first round.
yeah, I mean, I'll love to see the Jets, draft Jalen Walker. I mean, Georgia's defense is really great, man. I mean, it's like they're one of the best SEC teams, man. But I think Jalen Walker from Georgia goes to the Jets. Okay, now we got the Carolina Panthers, where their needs are an edge, defensive tackle, wide receiver, center, or quarterback.
I think they try and help out Bryce Young, and they try to get him that Tetarosa from Arizona, the big wide receiver. He's like 6'4".
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah,
I would agree.
his last name is, let me find it for you, McMillan. Tatario McMillan.
Tatario McMillan. Okay.
Tatario. Yeah, Tatario.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that happen for the Carolina Panthers. I mean, they don't need. I mean, it's like, do you think they need another wide receiver too? I mean, Bryce Young, he's going to be in his third season.
Uh, I think they're gonna give Bryce Young one more shot.
Yeah, they probably will. Okay, now the New Orleans Saints are looking for an edge, a wide receiver, tight end, cornerback, or defensive tackle. Who do you think the New Orleans Saints can draft?
Oh, I think they're gonna go. I think they're gonna go take that corner from Michigan, Will Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, I think Will Johnson. They could love. I mean, I think they can go draft Will Johnson. I think that would be a good thing. But who knows? But do you think they need? Do you think they should draft another tight end? Do you think they should draft a tight end? The Saints?
Um, yeah, that guy from Penn State though. I don't think he's gonna go top 10.
Yeah, I don't think he will. Okay, last but not least, my team, the Chicago Bears, who are looking for an offensive guard, a center, offensive tackle, edge, and wide receiver. Now, my prediction, I think draft Caleb Johnson from Iowa, who can be basically another wide receiver. And
Caleb
then
Johnson's that's a running back, bro.
yeah, running back, excuse me. He can. I mean, the Bears. I don't know if the Bears are going to draft more running backs, but I know they're looking for another wide receiver. But here's the thing, though, that the Bears got DJ Moore, okay, and they got other
And Roma
guys.
Dunze.
Yeah, and Roma Dunze. But I think for me personally, they should definitely draft Will Campbell. Offensive,
If he's there, yeah. If he's there,
yeah,
100%.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Who do you think the Bears are going to draft for an edge?
For an edge rush, I think you guys are gonna get an edge rusher in free agency, bro. But I think if he's there, you guys take Will Campbell, or I think you guys if he's not there, it's between Armand Membo, the offensive tackle from Missouri, or Ashton Genty, bro. What's his name? Ben Johnson loves his running backs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Ben Johnson, dude. That's why we hired him. I mean, he's got to love his running backs. He's got to love his offensive linemen, offensive tackles. I mean, who knows? I mean, Ben Johnson will love Ashton Genty or he'll love Will Campbell. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen for Ben Johnson's crew?
We'll find out in a month, buddy.
Yeah, because Caleb Williams is going to be in his second season next year. So, I mean, there's got to be something what the Bears can do to draft some guys. But I'm saying Will Campbell. I'm going to predict Will Campbell because I know the Bears need more offense. They can go draft Will Campbell.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the time that we have. Zach, thank you for being in this episode. And guys, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please follow my sports page on Instagram. And please give this guy a subscribe to his fitness channel. Now, Zach, you want to tell him what your fitness channel is on YouTube?
It's called Elevated Movement Training. I'm just trying to help everyone out with some nutritional advice and some workout advice.
Yep, please. He's on 12 subscribers right now, guys. Please go subscribe to his YouTube channel and please ask him if you want any fitness tips or online coaching. He's willing there to help. A trainer from Atlas Performance Center in Chandler, Arizona, that he trains clients every day. But guys, please subscribe to his YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel too, because right now I'm on 65 subscribers, and I could use your support. And comment down below on what podcast episodes or other videos you guys want to see next. But please comment down on the next podcast episode of what you want me to talk about with my friends next. Now, Zach, thank you for being on the show, and I will see you next time.
Thank you, sir. Later.